Hey y'all, it's the Southern Woods here. Welcome to another World Royale video. In this one, I have the top 35 colleges, universities, and technical schools in my great state of Georgia. So, before we begin, if you're an alumni or attending any of these colleges, universities, or technical schools, please leave a comment below. I want to see where everyone has been. Just a little bet going on between me, Declan, and Anthony. I kind of have my bet on ABAC here, which is this agricultural college in South Georgia. I think Declan said Valdosta State, and Anthony said SCAD, so Savannah College of Art and Design. So we have 35 again. It's going to be a battle until one college rules the whole state of Georgia. So let's begin. Things may seem a little different as these colleges battle for open territory. The game has a new design. It's been updated, so things may seem a little different. Well, Anthony, so far so good, because SCAD just conquered Savannah State for our first conquering. We have ABAC going against Valdosta State, the two that me and Declan voted on. Young Harris is being eaten up. They're the second to fall to Toccoa Falls. Georgia Regents was conquered by Payne. I almost voted for Young Harris when I made my bet, but I changed it, so good thing I did. Valdosta State may be the next to fall to ABAC, but they peace out for a moment. Another nice thing going on is that I can now speed it up to 5 speed if things are being slow or stale, so that's something I've been wanting. Thank goodness it happened. Oglethorpe was conquered by Georgia Tech, and then Le Cordon Bleu conquered by Emory. So already we have 5 colleges, universities, and tech schools gone. Only 30 left. So I'm surprised more haven't fallen in the greater metro Atlanta area, because there's a lot kind of in this condensed space around Atlanta. Alright, I'm going to speed things up slightly. We have some big battles between SCAD and Altamaha Tech. Valdosta State may look like they're about to fall. They fall to ABAC, so Declan was wrong. And Clark Atlanta was conquered by Georgia Tech. So Georgia Tech has a couple of conquerings in their name. Georgia State was conquered by Morehouse. So now these metro Atlanta colleges are now starting to fall. We have Kennesaw State, which is where me and Declan attend. Anthony attends Chat Tech over here in this light grayish blue. Wow, big dog UGA conquered by University of North Georgia. So Go Dogs is gone. Athens has been conquered. We have ABAC now pushing into Wesley. Meanwhile, Columbus State fell to Georgia Western here in the southwest portion of the state. We have 25 nations left. I'm going to take a look at these statistics real quick just to see what's going on. ABAC actually the largest, so my bet looking strong right now. Shout out to any ABAC students or alumni. Georgia Southwestern, second largest. Georgia Southern, and Albany State. Of course, there's a lot less colleges and universities condensed in the southern portion of the state, so they start off with a area advantage. That is the advantage of being in these more rural areas. Looking at economy, we have Georgia Southwestern, followed by LaGrange, Clayton State, and Albany State. So it's just something to keep in mind on as more colleges fall. Looks like Morehouse is now moving into Kennesaw, trying to take them out. Meanwhile, Georgia Gwinnett conquered by Emmanuel, and Shorter College conquered by Reinhardt in the northwest. Meanwhile, Altamaha Tech conquered by Georgia Southern. SCAD and Georgia Southern going to race down south to get some of that. Trying to get like Cumberland Island and whatnot. Kennesaw State struggling against, looks like Morehouse. Morehouse took out KSU, so my college is gone. Meanwhile, Anthony's college is struggling, Chat Tech. Let's see, University of North Georgia moving into Payne territory. So far, me and Anthony's bets are still on the table, somewhat next to each other, SCAD and ABAC. A lot of battles going on now. We have Andrew and Albany State going against each other. We have Clayton State trying to move into Georgia Southwestern. Chat Tech looking a little small now. They're struggling against Reinhardt. Meanwhile, Chat Tech and Reinhardt team up. Chat Tech was conquered by LaGrange, so they took advantage of Chat Tech. Meanwhile, Chat Tech and Dalton State were both trying to take out Reinhardt, which Dalton State does. There we go. Meanwhile, Payne looking kind of small over here in the purple. Georgia Southern about to take him out any second, it looks like. Meanwhile, University of North Georgia moving into Clayton State. Having a big contentious battle there. Bruneau, or however you pronounce that college, fighting a multi-front war. Payne College has been taken over by Georgia Southern. Meanwhile, it looks like LaGrange moving into Dalton State. Toccoa Falls trying to fight Emmanuel off. Bruton Porter having a big war as well. Or Bruton Parker, my bad. Toccoa Falls was the next to fall. Get it? Meanwhile, Dalton State conquered by LaGrange and Clayton State conquered by Morehouse. So a couple of pink-themed colleges taking over this northwestern portion of Georgia. We have Georgia Tech and Emory still surviving in the heartland of Atlanta. Maybe not for long because Emory just got conquered by UNG and UNG took out Georgia Tech as well. So UNG out for blood, University of North Georgia. Wow. Georgia Southwestern has a lot of area they're fighting with. They had to move their capital a little bit, had to move campuses. Meanwhile, we have SCAD and ABAC fighting against each other in this little portion of the coast. Now Morehouse conquered by UNG, and then Bruneau, conquered Emmanuel. Man, it's like the only one I don't know how to pronounce. I'm going to say it's Bruno, though. Bruneau. Bruton Parker next to fall. So we have 9 nations all of a sudden. Georgia Southern struggling against SCAD. Looks like Wesley may be taken out by Georgia Southwestern any second. We'll see what happens here in the next few moments. Wesleyan and Georgia Southwestern. Georgia Southern and Wesleyan were conquered. My bad. We have 7 nations left. Bruneau, LaGrange, Georgia Southwestern, University of North Georgia, Savannah College of Art and Design, ABAC, and Albany State are the 7 left. Looking at the statistics here, Georgia Southwestern's the largest, and University of North Georgia is the richest. They have the most government funding. So, me and Anthony's bets are still on the table in the top 7. Shout out to whoever made the top 7. Any alumni or students, put it in the comments. Looks like my bet may fall any second. ABAC is gone. SCAD's going to get a good bit of that. Same with Georgia Southwestern. Let's see. Albany State being suffocated by Georgia Southwestern. They call a truce for now. UNG's been cut in half by Georgia Southwestern. Meanwhile, SCAD flooding into Georgia. Everyone's teaming up on Georgia Southwestern and taking them out. SCAD's now huge. Now LaGrange moving down south into Albany State, going to take them out. We have 4 nations left, or 4 colleges, universities. LaGrange, Bruneau, UNG, who got some of their land back, and SCAD. We have an art school, a university, and a couple colleges, I believe. Well, 1 more fell. We have 3 left. Ooh, SCAD almost took advantage of UNG, which LaGrange is now. UNG about to fall any moment, probably. Oh, no. I almost went to UNG if I didn't go to KSU, but UNG is gone. Now SCAD flooding into Georgia. Oh, man, LaGrange may be the next to fall, but they got second place. Don't do all that peace out crap with me. Just take them out. Finish the job. LaGrange, shout out to LaGrange. They made it quite a bit, but they're done. Shout out to Savannah College of Art and Design. They took over the whole state. Wow. So SCAD is the winner this time around. I feel like this could be a fun one with all these Georgia college kids, right? And former alumni. So if you want me to run this simulation up again in the future, I'd gladly do so. I think this is fun. People are very passionate about the colleges they've attended. So yeah, like if you like this video, And hit me with a subscribe button if you want to see more of these type of simulations. If you have your own idea, put it in the comment section. Without further ado, congrats again to Scad, and shout out to Anthony. He bet right. Southern Woods out.